Peru News Today. All you need to know about Peru.
What do we Peruvians think about the Argentine presidential elections? The current Minister of Economy, Sergio Massa, and the libertarian economist Javier Milei will compete for the presidency in a second round to be held on November 19. In the first round, Massa obtained 36.5% of the votes, followed by Milei with 30.04%, while Patricia Bullrich came in third place with 23.8% and withdrew from the presidential race. To avoid a second round, the winner would have to have obtained more than 45% of the votes or at least 40% with a difference of at least 10 percentage points over the runner-up. Massa's victory in the first round was surprising, since he holds the position of Minister of Economy at a time when Argentina faces inflation close to 140% and an economic crisis. Massa attracts votes from the center-left and competes apparently unaffected by his responsibility for the country's economic management. The future president will face an economy in crisis, with high inflation, poverty and a significant debt with the International Monetary Fund, IMF. Massa has proposed reducing the fiscal deficit and protecting the local currency, while Milei advocates dollarizing the economy and has made radical proposals, such as privatizing state companies and closing the central bank. In these elections, a division has been seen between Peronism, led by Massa, and the opposition to Peronism represented by Milei. Patricia Bullrich, who came in third place, could be crucial in the second round, since her voters can influence the result. Bullrich, who represents the center-right, has directed her votes against Massa and the ruling party, which she criticizes for his economic and political management. Massa's rise is surprising given his pragmatic political background, having held several government positions and been part of different political parties throughout his career. His victory in the first round is due in part to his centrist and moderate stance, which appeals to a broad spectrum of voters. On the other hand, Milei is a 53-year-old libertarian economist who has burst into politics with a radical and disruptive speech. He proposes a dollarized economy and has made controversial proposals, such as buying and selling weapons and selling organs. Although his belligerent style can generate fear and rejection, he has connected with voters dissatisfied with the economic and political situation in Argentina. In the second round, Massa will try to attract the centrist and moderate voter, while Milei will seek to win votes from the center-right and, in particular, from the followers of Patricia Bullrich. The election will pit two radically different economic and political visions at a time when Argentina faces an economic and social crisis. The election in Argentina is shaping up to be a confrontation between two opposing economic and political visions. Sergio Massa, current Minister of Economy and Peronist candidate, represents a more moderate and pragmatic approach. He proposes reducing the fiscal deficit and defending the state intervention model of his center-left coalition Unión por la Patria. He has managed to distance himself from the current economic crisis and has gained support among Peronist voters. Javier Milei, on the other hand, is a libertarian economist who has burst into politics with radical proposals. He advocates the dollarization of the economy, the privatization of state companies and a minimal role for the state. His belligerent style and controversial proposals have attracted voters unhappy with the current situation in Argentina. He represents a more radical and disruptive economic and political approach. The second round, which will be held on November 19, will be crucial to determine the political and economic course of Argentina in the midst of a deep crisis. Massa will seek to consolidate his center position and try to attract moderate voters, while Milei will fight to win the support of the center-right and maintain his support among the younger and disaffected with the traditional political system. The election will be a decisive moment for the future of the country and how the economic and social crisis is addressed. Subscribe and follow us on our social networks, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.